5 underrated Photoshop tools that if you are not using as a digital artist, then you deserve to be disowned by your parents. Just kidding. Number 1. The Lasso tool. The Lasso tool is a selection tool that allows you to select an area and make changes to it without affecting anything else. You can press Ctrl plus Shift plus I to reverse the selection, preventing you from painting inside the selected area. I primarily use the Lasso tool to refine my paintings. For example, right now as you can see, I am using the Lasso tool to refine the ears. I just select the area I want to refine, then paint in it and around it. I particularly like to use the Lasso tool around the eyes and nose to create hard edges because combining hard edges with soft edges help reinforce the focal point. You can also use the Lasso tool to create gradients and sharp shadows. For example, here I want to create a sharp shadow around the neck. So I will select that area and paint with a soft brush, which gives me a smooth shadow. Another way I use the Lasso tool is to refine my edges. I create a selection around the edge that needs refining and then paint around it. Now that looks clean. Some artists like Loish use the Lasso tool extensively in their paintings. It has literally become a part of their art style. Number 2. The pen tool. The pen tool is a tool that looks like a pen. How does this work? Well, you create a connected loop, right click on it, and then choose one of the options. If you wish to learn more about the pen tool, you can watch this Picture Perfect video. He explains it way better than I ever can. So, how do you use it in your artworks? The pen tool is useful when you wish to draw something rounded and want it to be perfect. For example, the glasses in this Walter White drawing. In art, it's completely okay to be not perfect, but sometimes you just want precision, and for those times you have the pen tool. Another way I like using the pen tool is to refine my edges. For example, I want a perfect edge on his bald head, but I can't really achieve that with the Lasso tool. So I use the pen tool to make a selection and then clean the edge. And would you look at that? Such perfection. I honestly really like clean edges. They just look really appealing to me. Number 3. The Layer Mask tool. This icon right here is what you call the Layer Mask tool. And what does it do? Well, if I create a new layer on top of this painting and paint it red, then click on the Layer Mask icon, nothing seems to happen. But actually, something has changed. Now, if I paint with black, the layer will disappear. And if I paint with white, it will reappear again. And if you press Alt plus Layer Mask, you create an inverted mask. That means the layer will disappear and painting with white will make it appear again. So, how do you use it in your paintings? Let's say you want to create freckles on your portraits. You could do it in the normal way, but let's do it a bit differently. The way I normally do it. On a new layer, first overdo the freckles, then turn it into an inverted layer mask and make the freckles reappear wherever you want them. Why should you do it this way? Well, because it just gives you a bit more control. You can also use these techniques with effects like Gaussian blur or chromatic aberration because these effects and filters affect your entire painting, which you might not want. Number 4. Adjustment layers. This right here is where you will find your adjustment layers. These are non-destructive tools that can be used to edit or enhance your paintings. They primarily affect color and value in your paintings. For this painting, I will first apply a color balance adjustment layer because I think the painting is too warm and I want to make the light a bit cooler. So, what does color balance do? It essentially adjusts the colors of your highlights, midtones, and shadows. This makes it a very powerful tool for color grading and experimenting with different lighting ideas. Once I find something that I like, I will reduce the opacity a bit, and here's the before and after. Before and after. The second adjustment layer I will create is curves. What does it do? Well, if you pull the curve up, it brightens, and if you pull the curve down, it darkens. You can create different points that affect different values. It also allows you to tweak the individual color channels, like red, green, and blue, making it a great color correction tool. There are many ways to use this adjustment layer, but I am using it to create some color variations and make my painting look more vibrant. If you have ever seen Rod Straw's artwork and wondered how he achieved all those colors in his paintings, well, this is how he does it. Once I'm done, I will again reduce the opacity to something that I like, and here's before and after. Before and after. Very subtle, but it's there. The next adjustment layer I will add is color lookup. What it basically does is changes the mood of your painting, and all you have to do is select one of the options from the drop down menu, and that's your adjustment layers. This is what my painting looks like after applying all the adjustments. I did end up tweaking the color balance a bit to make the color look a bit cooler. And yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Last one is not really a tool, but a setting. So if you go to your brush settings, you'll find this color dynamic setting here. And if you turn it on and tweak the sliders, then your brush strokes will become quite colorful. And this is a setting that I have recently started using because I didn't really understand the purpose of this before. So let me show you what it can do. So here's an apple that I painted using a normal brush, and this looks nothing special. Now I'll paint this apple again, but with the color dynamic setting on, and I will turn off apply per tip because I want it to be applied per stroke. And the process of painting is the same, no changes there, but the result will be a bit different. The color dynamic setting creates these natural looking color shifts that if I had done manually, it would have taken me some work. And here's the finished result. It just makes your painting more vibrant and quite appealing to look at. You can also use color dynamics to paint objects like brick walls and roof tilings and create these natural color variations, which again will take some work if done manually. I learned this trick from Hardy Fowler from one of his YouTube shorts. And yeah, that's it. These were the 5 underrated Photoshop tools, and I will see you in the next